And interesting, you talked a little bit about right at the beginning about it's for people in leadership positions, and I guess sometimes where I'm sat and some of the kind of people I'm speaking to, I'm seeing actually some of the challenges happen when people are building their careers, and if they, we're seeing a lot of the hedge fund industry at the moment, bringing younger talent into senior places a lot earlier in their career than previous, and something that I'm, it genuinely concerns me because I look at it and I think they don't have the grounding. For me, I would almost be like, I see actually more of a need now that those people in those senior positions now need your services more because they've never had anyone, to your point, coach them through some of the things below the iceberg, but that you don't see. Do you feel that's fair? Like, into what time should you be accessing a coach in your career?
Look, I think everyone would benefit from a coach. So it depends on the individual and the company.
When you're building your career, like I do absolutely agree with you. I feel like there's genuinely that when you get to that leadership place, that's naturally when people start investing in your development and the areas that you should be focused on, because you're in a place where you're going to make an impact in a business. But I guess as my own personal view is that actually, and I'm seeing those challenges from the work I do in the industry, whereas actually I personally feel that actually if some of this talent gets access to your skills earlier in their career, whether that's they're willing to invest in it or whether the company's willing to invest in them, that's a different conversation. But I sort of feel like it really benefits them as they start moving through those challenging situations that they're going to face in a senior place. So actually my view is actually, should it not be early in your career that you're actually thinking about a coach than maybe you were, say, 10 years ago?
Absolutely. And look, if your company aren't willing to kind of make that investment maybe when you're younger in a more kind of junior role, then make the investment yourself. I think we were talking again earlier, I've invested thousands and thousands in my own kind of coaching and mentors. And you will see the return on investment. But ultimately, I totally agree with you. I think it's so valuable to invest in like young emerging talent and high potential individuals, because ultimately these are going to be the future leaders, right? And the more you invest in them and kind of can kind of help them develop their leadership skills and become the rising stars that you see them to be, then they'll be able to help with growing the business. Like, there's so much upside to it. It doesn't have to be a C-suite only service. And we're seeing actually in the hedge fund space that they are starting to kind of wise up to this, and they are putting on kind of leadership development programs for that kind of the future leaders.
I think it's really important. It's something that, which is why I've really enjoyed getting involved with you guys and seeing some of the stuff you do in terms of the sort of behind the scenes courses that you've run. I think it's really valuable, right? And it's I only see it as something that, and interestingly for me, and one of the reasons I really wanted to get you on here today was actually because I've had a lot of people reach out to me saying, look, I need a coach or something I'm thinking about, and people don't actually know where to go. Right?
It can be a bit daunting.
Yeah, it is.